Atlas Shrugged a la Shmoop. Let's talk about Atlas Shrugged, the novel by Ayn Rand. First of all, how do we define a hero? Well, a hero is often, but not always, the same as the main character. You can identify the main character because he changes throughout the story, like Luke Skywalker finally learning to trust his feelings. Okay, back to the question. Who is the hero of this story anyway? It could be Dagny Taggart. She's beautiful, exciting, and she's a very successful businesswoman in a very sexist world. And her work as the vice president of operations for a major railroad is valuable to society. As a bonus, she has strong ties to the underground strike movement led by John Galt, convinced she can challenge the corrupt government, until the collapse of society and the torture of John Galt, that is. At that point, she's no longer convinced she can be part of both worlds. Her beliefs have changed, and she's now wholeheartedly against the government. So she's definitely the main character, but is she the hero? Maybe the hero is John Galt. He's depicted as the person we should all aspire to be. As is common in heroes, this guy has a crazy resume. He's basically a genius and invented some world-changing things. According to some people, he found the Fountain of Youth and the lost city of Atlantis. Even though we don't see Galt much, he really drives the action of the story. He represents the ultimate in objectivism. He absolutely refuses to feed the parasite that is the government. So instead, he drops out to create a new society based on his own morals. In the end, after civilization crumbles, Galt is getting ready to take names and kick butt. But it's also possible that the hero is a group of people. Rand's men of the mind are a bunch of brilliant inventors, scientists, engineers, and artists. They believe in the right to run their own lives without having to deal with a corrupt government's policies. For example, they don't feel an inventor should have to surrender all inventions to the authorities. They believe they're entitled to have control and ownership of their own work. They're taking a collective stand against a corrupt government to try and force change in the world. Doesn't that make them heroes? Which one do you think is a hero? Shmoop among yourselves. We'll wait.